YouTube, what's going on? Kevin, the Tech Ninja here. And today I'm gonna talk to you about the best things about the Pixel 3. I've had the Pixel 3 now for about 5 days and didn't have enough time to make a full review, but I want to tell you the best things about the device and why I actually think it's Android's best phone. If you're ready like I'm ready, hang on to your butts, boys and girls. We're about to talk about this phone. Before I begin this video, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe for more great content like this. I cover everything from the smart home to the smartphone. So for me, there are a few elements that makes me really love a phone, and these are what's important to me. Number one is the feeling. Although typically I end up getting a case or a skin on the phone, I do like a phone that just feels really good in the hand. That initial feeling when you hold it and you're using it for a little bit, that right there makes me justify my purchase. So that number one thing is that feeling, I guess the ergonomics, if you will, and that's what kicks off the experience off rip for me. Number two is display. Since you're looking at the phone most of the time and you're interacting with it, it has to have a really good display, something that I feel that I enjoy looking at, watching a movie, looking at pictures. It should always look good. Does it have to look super accurate? Really don't care. I just think the eyesight is attracted to punchy colors and saturated things, even though the environment doesn't look like that. And number three, camera. Camera has to be good. You got to take some nice pictures. I'm not taking selfies, but when I take pictures of objects around the house or if I go out somewhere, I want to have confidence that I'm going to have a good picture, because you never know when you're cherishing a moment. You could be somewhere and take a picture of your date or whatever, and that could be, you know, your first date before you get married, or it could be a significant anniversary. You always want to grab a great picture with your phone, and you're very capable in doing that these days. So those are the three things to me that are extremely important. So with that being said, let's go down my list of extremely important things and how the Pixel 3 matches up with them. So let's start with in the hand. I think the Pixel 3, and I'm speaking about the XL only at this point, I've only had the XL, feels really great in the hand. It just feels solid in the hand. It feels like it's a premium phone. You're not hearing any creaks or rattles or anything, and the screen isn't curved, but it sort of dips off into the body of the phone. I think in the hand just screams premium, looks good, feels good. It passes all the tests for me of what an expensive phone feels like. It feels like it's worth that $900+ that you're spending for this phone when you have it in the hand. And also the haptics, some of your typing, it does this little mini vibration. Feels so good. I know it's just like the littlest thing in the world, but every little thing you do on Android Pie has some type of vibration or some type of tick, and you feel it, and the haptics are tight. It's not like a loose rattle. It's just a very tight haptic, like a little buzz, and it just feels so good. The in-hand experience with this phone is the best I've used on Android, period, and it's right up there with the iPhone, because the iPhone actually does the exact same thing. It does the little haptic feedbacks and when you push buttons and stuff. So it does the same thing, just really good. Pixel knocked it out of the park with the in-hand experience. So number two, display, and with display, we're actually going to group in the notch too, because that's part of the display. I'm gonna do a deeper dive in the notch in my next video tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe once again, and we're gonna talk about the things I don't like about the phone. So obviously the notch is gonna be up there. It's definitely an eyesore that's up there. Other phones have it, but this is really a deep notch. I'd rather have a longer notch that's not as deep. It rears its ugly head in circumstances where you don't want it, and obviously you can disable it and all that stuff. So we'll talk about that tomorrow's video. The display, look, it's fantastic. It's made by Samsung. Samsung makes amazing TVs, displays. Their phones have the best screens too. So the display looks great. There's no argument from me on that part. The colors are really good. You have color modes. You can switch color modes to kind of get a more subdued look, but the colors are extremely poppy. Everything looks fantastic. HDR, phenomenal. I can't get over it. The blacks are just extremely deep. The colors look good. I mean, it's a AAA experience for that screen. It's as far as color and as far as the way it looks, and the blacks and everything, the sharpness, up there. Samsung, iPhone, Pixel, all in that one group of best screens. And if you tell me it's the Pixel, you tell me it's the iPhone, tell me it's Samsung, I will agree with you either way you look at it. And then camera. Well, I don't have to talk about this. The camera is just fantastic. It's bar none the best camera you will find on an Android phone. Fun fact, I took my Pixel 1, I believe. Yeah, I took my Pixel 1 on vacation with me, actually on my honeymoon, and I had that as my only camera, and I took some amazing pictures. And the Pixel 1 was a good camera. Pixel 2 is better, and Pixel 3 is even better too. Pixel 3 is just, everything is better compared to the 2. It's a faster camera. HDR looks better. I think the crispness of the photos, the sharpness is just very sharp. Some may argue it's too sharp, and that's a conversation that can be had. But I prefer a sharper looking photo because it really brings out images. It really makes images sort of come to life. And I just think the camera is amazing. Also, there's something that it does that I haven't heard anyone mention, is that it follows focus. So for example, if you tap on what you want to focus on and that subject moves or you move, the focus circle is still on it, which I think is a very nice touch. There's a top shot mode, so if you take a picture of something, what's happening in the background is already taking pictures. So if you take a picture and it's too late, it will actually allow you to go back and grab an earlier still from that moment. So a lot of those features are just fantastic, and it adds up to a great camera experience. Now, I'm not one to take selfies, but you do have the option for the wide group selfie if you want to take a picture with a person, or if you want to do one of those pictures where you're kind of doing this and someone's in the background of you, or whatever you want to do, you can do that now with this wide selfie mode. Also, you're able to zoom in. No, it's not 2 lenses, but you can crop in 2 times and it still is a good looking photo. It's not as clean as having 2 lenses, but still, I think it's good. So a few more things that I find amazing that are not really just on this list, but just using the phone, a couple more things. The software, Android Pie, just runs great. I like the gesture control. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but the gesture control allows you to be very fast using the phone. You do a half swipe up, and with that you can get to your recent task, and then you do another swipe up or a full swipe and you can get to the apps. Bouncing between apps is extremely fast, and as I said before with the haptics, every little thing you do on the phone, you get some tactile feedback. So it tells your mind that you did something, and it's kind of a gratifying feeling, even though you're just like pulling down a menu, but you feel it do it. So it's sort of like a trigger to your mind that you completed an action. So I think that's really nice, and I just like the software overall. So far, it's been extremely zippy, very fast, and battery life has been up there with other phones, but I can't get a full metric yet as it's, you know, still early. I'm still installing apps, still playing with it, but I will put that in my full review in about 30 days. As always, guys, the verdict is still out on everything, but I wanted to take this time to tell you why I think this is the best phone to get right now. I know a lot of you guys see my video about me switching to Apple and things like that. Do carry 2 phones, so the Pixel will probably be the phone that I carry on my second line, but look, the Pixel is just a phenomenal phone. The software is great, camera is great, and all these things are really, really good, but it's not perfect. There's no such thing as the perfect device, and tomorrow's video, we're gonna break it down, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not perfect and what Google can do to make the phone closer to perfect. Anyways, guys, I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja. Make sure you subscribe to check out that video tomorrow. Have yourself a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.